Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA Daily Analysis. So NVIDIA went down again today. We'll discuss NVIDIA stock price movement for this week. We have FOMC meeting regarding the rate cut this week. So we'll discuss the impact of the FOMC meeting on the overall market and NVIDIA stock price. Now, let's get started. Starting with the daily summary, Nvidia opened at 113.69. It made a high 116.28. It made a low 111.30 and it closed at 111.59. That is 1.30% down. So if you take a look, Nvidia after openings tried to go up around 116 and that was a good thing, but it could not sustain that level and that it came down. So this kind of volatility I was expecting this week, as I mentioned on my Friday video, and I still think that 111 is a good support level and it won't be very easy for Nvidia to sustain below this level for a long time. But if you take a look overall market, it was not too bad. Let's take a look S&P. So S&P closed positive today. You see some kind of volatility, but it ended positive. And same thing you can notice with Nasdaq. You see that Nasdaq also closed positive 0.07%. So there was some kind of volatility, but at the end it closed positive. But Dow Jones, on the other hand, closed negative, but not a big drop, just 0.12% down. So this tells that we are not heading toward recession, and this is some kind of correction that's happening in the overall market, and more impact we see on the high tech and the AI stocks. Moving further on Nvidia, last 5 days, Nvidia down 9.25%, last 1 month, 10.23% down, and last 6 months, it came down to 78% increase in the 6 months horizon. So from the all time high that was around 140, Nvidia is already down about 20%. Now let's take a look forward P for Nvidia. So at this point, Nvidia forward P is at 38.99, slightly down from Friday forward P that was 39.5, but last 6 weeks of average is much higher than 38.9. Palantir at this point, no major change from last week, is 82.06. SMCI 22.35, slightly down from the Friday forward P, and AMD also slightly down. And I hope that after AMD earnings beat, we might see some positive momentum on AMD, SMCI, and Nvidia stocks sometime this week. But if AMD results are depressing, then we can see the negative impact on these stocks. Now let's take a look Nvidia historical price distribution. So now you see that this graph is about this quarter. As of now, Nvidia is above 18% from the last earnings announcement, and we are right now in the third month after the last earning announcement. So we expect to see some upside movement on Nvidia before the earnings, as we saw in the last quarter. Let's take a look. You see that at the end of the second month after earnings, Nvidia went down and also maintained the downward momentum the first week or two after second month, but started getting positive momentum before earnings. But in this quarter, we see that another variable is the elections. So that's why I see that volatility in this quarter will be higher than the last quarter. Now let's take a look economic calendar and FOMC meeting. You see the economic calendar on your screen. Today there was no data scheduled. Tomorrow not much coming. Wednesday, we have the employment data coming, and that is very important, and also the FOMC rate cut decision and Mr. Paul conference. So, any positive note from Mr. Powell regarding the interest rate cut will be a good news for the market and also Nvidia and other AI stocks. And also, if he gives any hint that the rate cut might happen in Q3, that will also be a good news for the market. But if he does not mention or does not give any hint for the rate cut in this quarter, then market may not take it as a good news and you might see some drop in the overall market. So after that, on Thursday, nothing much coming. And Friday also we have the monthly employment report and the unemployment rate data. That is also very important and that would tell how the job data is moving month over month. Now let's take a look Fibonacci levels. You see 90-day hourly interval chart for Nvidia and Fibonacci levels on your screen starting from 0% to 100%. As I showed you on Friday that the next level of support was 111. So Nvidia is moving around 111. If Nvidia was able to break 111 tomorrow, then the next level of support is 103. In my opinion, even if Nvidia goes down below 111, it should catch up again and go above 111 because I think that 103 is a very strong support at this point. So it's highly unlikely that Nvidia would go below 103 in this week. On the higher side, you see the resistance at 117. So today, Nvidia tried to go above 116, but it could not sustain that level. So 117 is also a good resistance level at this point. Now let's take a look Bollinger Bands. As you see at this point, the momentum is negative and the gaps is closing between the upper band and the lower band. But take a look overall pattern from here. It looks like a stairs pattern. See, first stair, then go down, the second stair, and then again. So if that holds true, then probably after reaching here, we might see more reduction. So that's what the technical indicators are suggesting at this point. So the technical indicators overall is suggesting a weak momentum on Nvidia at this point. Now let's take a look at news regarding Nvidia. You see news regarding Nvidia and overall market on your screen. So nothing big regarding Nvidia today. So lots of news here and there, but no significant. For example, this one that says that Nvidia rises, why AI stocks face a big test this week. And we know that some earnings are coming, and that might help Nvidia go up or go down. Another one, similar news that says Nvidia's stock rallies on upbeat day for chip sector and ahead of a big test. So kind of same thing. And then we have this one that says Nvidia accelerates humanoid robotics development. This one that says NVIDIA announces generative AI models. And then this one that says NVIDIA announces advancement to OpenUSD. As you see that these are all kind of generic news regarding NVIDIA, no significant data or analysis that can help NVIDIA at this point. I guess we'll have to wait for the FOMC rate cut meeting, Mr. Paul conference, and AMD earnings announcement to get further clarity on the Nvidia stock price movement this week and next week. Now let's take a look other AI stocks. The highest negative change you see in SoundHound, that is 6.64% down. And if you notice on Friday, it went up about 4 or 5%. So SoundHound, in my opinion, is the highest volatile stock among all AI stocks. SMCI 2.03% down, Nvidia 1.30% down, Avago 0.93% down, and so on. But good thing is we see some positive changes on Amazon, Microsoft, and Apple. So overall, AI sector was under pressure today, and some volatility we noticed in today's stock price movement. And this volatility should continue the rest of the week as well, in my opinion. So, regarding my stocks, I'm still at a loss, but I have not made a decision to sell my stock at this point. I'm still watching the situation. I guess that's all about NVIDIA analysis and assessment for this week. I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more tomorrow. Take care.